Welcome back to Drea Gang. We're out and about today. Very, very busy day. You'll see a little bit of footage, I think, for like in another video of our Chuck E. Cheese extravaganza.
Yeah, I don't know. I may put it in this one. I have no idea. Got a little microphone.
We had this for a while. It ain't new, but I feel like I had to sneeze though. Okay, never mind. But okay, so we wanted to come on here and talk to you guys about a little bit more of an update of where we are in life because we didn't get a chance to really do that. So as you can see, we're not in the same car that you left us with.
Yeah.
The car that we had last time was a Jeep Renegade, and how lovely.
Yeah, I would love to go back to those Jeep Renegade times, bro. But yeah, as y'all know what the title is of this video, there's 5 things to consider before buying an EV. So clearly, for making this video, we have an EV. We're not sitting in our EV right now. It's why we're making this video of 5 things to consider before getting an EV. So we have an Ioniq 5. You'll see it on the screen. All white, 4-wheel drive, fully electric car. Let me say this before, like, electric cars are so smooth.
Yes.
It rides smooth, but there's no engine.
Yes.
So it's quiet, it's smooth, it looks good, it looks sleek, it saves you money at the gas because you don't have to buy gas. You can literally plug up at your house or go to the charging station. And if you have a deal with the dealership or the car company has a deal with a charging station, you get complimentary charging. So we have 3 years complimentary charging.
I think now it's on the 2 days.
Yeah, it's probably down to 2 because we had it for a year. So we got this car in March of 2022, and the car just released in January 2022. So we were an early adopter.
Which I've never been in my life. I've never been the type of person who would go for something that was new. Like, people go, oh, you should get this. Is new. This is new. This is new. I'm like, yeah, I'm waiting a couple years before I even decide to try it.
Yeah, the same principle applies.
Yeah.
But at least with a cell phone, it's not that big of a, let's say, financial, investment, because a phone, whatever, it's a phone, $1,000, but when you're paying $1,000 for a car, stuff doesn't become fun anymore. Like the little quirks that you get on the iPhone or something ain't fun anymore. So without making this video any longer than it already is, so number 1, the cost and warranties of an EV. So EVs are just more expensive in general because it's newer technology. You're paying for all the research and development that they're putting into it, and continuing research and development that they're putting into it. So like there's a premium on it because it's the new thing in town, and the warranties. So we got a warranty on our car, an extended warranty, like the highest extended warranty that you could get, which was dumb on our part. But looking at it now with all the things going on with the car, it actually is paying off. And they recommend you get a warranty because, like, for example, if it's an electric car, that means all the components are electrical, most likely. There's a lot of technology in there. So if your screen blanks out or whatever, and everything is on the screen, your navigation, your gauge, your temperature gauge, your what's it called, speedometer, well, thing like, I'm not
everything,
a car. Everything
is on there.
So it's not like you can go buy a $200 part and put it in yourself. Repair it. You can't repair technology most of you have to replace it.
Right.
So if that part messes up, would you rather pay $2,000 for a screen, or just have warranty, they'll cover it. Right. So that's what we're talking about right there. Because anything, just like with a phone, your phone starts to slow down, it doesn't shine like it used to shine, and you take it back in, you trade it in. Well, you can't really trade it back in. You could just tell them to, okay, can you replace the part? They replace the part. That's even if they have the part, because this is new technology.
Right. I mean, you pretty much covered everything. I would just say go on Kelly Blue Book because we did not do that. We just basically looked at YouTube videos that talked about the car, and so of course when you watch a YouTube video or um, TikTok or something like that that talks about the car and how like the features and whatnot, naturally you're gonna just be like, oh, let's go ahead and go and get that. And my main concern as a mom was about safety, and that's I got because of the safety part of the safety features, because it is some really good safety features like on the Ionic.
Yeah, so lane assist, like if you veer off the lane, it will gently, depending on how, or aggressively, bring you back on track.
Right.
You got the pedestrian crossing, so of course when you're backing up, lets you know when someone's coming, and even when someone is driving, lets you know. Or if you're pulling out, it'll let you know. And if you don't make the appropriate adjustments, it will brake for you. So all those cool things that mothers will love, but also if those sensors messes up, these ain't no $50 parts.
Right.
These
Correct.
are essentially thousands of dollars of parts where you may not have to pay out of pocket. We may have to pay out of pocket, or if you don't, you're going to be waiting because they got all these parts laying around, especially due to COVID. People act like they don't know how to make stuff anymore, or shipping is slow because of COVID, even though we ain't COVID no more. Or they bring out a 2023 version.
Right.
Or actually, there's a 2024 version.
Right.
So now we're 2 versions over, and it's like, okay, you gotta still make those parts. So, whatever.
It's a question. It's a legit question.
Yeah, it's a question, and we're trying to get too much into it because as you can tell by the tone of this video, you're probably like, the car ain't working the way it's supposed to be working. Yes. So the second question, or things that you probably want to consider. You want to read that?
So basically, the next question is, how are you going to charge a vehicle? Charging stations. Oh my gosh, like charging stations for an EV. There's a lot of different things that you got to take into account. I'll start with general, and I'll let Tavon go into the weather part of it. In general, you can go into certain places. You might not be able to find a certain charging station that you need. We have, what charging station we use again?
Electrify America.
Okay, so Electrify America, we have the free charging for the 3 years. So there's not always an Electrify America nearby. Not all the time. It's not. I don't want to make it seem like it's bad, but it's not always one close.
Let me just say this.
Certain areas.
Let's just say you could literally just drive. Okay, for example, if you're about to run out of gas and you don't have a GPS, you could just drive straight, and maybe in the next 30 seconds you'll find a gas station, a Mobil, Exxon, a Shell on a corner. You can't do that. There may be 2, 3 in your whole state, let alone in your whole city, of that station that you want to use because you get free charging, or you have to go to another station. Now you got to pay out of pocket, which is not as expensive as gas, but you have to pay.
Right.
Now,
on top of everything else.
Yeah, on top of everything else. And now, are those stations optimized and well supported? No, for the most part. A station in my parents' house has been down, so it's four terminals, or I guess stalls. 2 of them were down for months. They finally upgraded it, or people just don't use them properly. I saw one guy take out the plug, and just throw it on the ground. I'm like, no wonder these things don't work. Customer service, like if it messes up, they're not going to be out there that day. It may be out there maybe in a couple months, because they got to send somebody out there. Gas stations, it's old technology. Like, they've been pumping gas since, I don't know, the 1920s or whenever the first car came out. So we know kind of what to do.
Yeah.
You get the gas truck that pours the gas in the ground. You got the little ATM thing machine. You put the money in. What grade of gas you want. Stick your nozzle in the gas tank. Squeeze.
Yeah.
And that's all it is. It's all it is.
Yeah.
But with these new technology, it's different. So, like, for example, like you have a lightning cable on your phone, like right here. If one of these pins are frayed or scratch on it, your phone will not charge.
Right.
Even though it looks fine, it won't charge. So imagine, like I said, that's an inconvenience for me, but I can go to Five Below and get a phone charger for $5.
Right.
But when you have a car that's on E or 10 miles, and the next charging station ain't till 50 miles, what you gonna do? I don't know. Pray to God and drive and get. Hopefully, you have roadside assistance to get your rest away. I don't know. These are things that you gotta think about.
This man took over my part.
Go ahead.
I was supposed to do the general. You're supposed to do the weather.
Oh.
Anyway, so basically, another thing that is a problem too is the fact that, like Tavon said, is the charging station will be down. But I think also, well, I'll go into a little bit of the weather part. On a hot day, you can have a situation where your charger might not work. A lot of times we would plug in and then it would just say, "Oh, you've reached your goal of charging." And it was like, we never set a goal. We want to get at least 80%. Like, what's going on? It's not there. And basically, that would be frustrating because the hot sun would be right on. It's like what they need to do is they need to put like a little shaded area or like some kind of.
They need to have an awning.
Yeah.
Just like how we go to a normal gas station, it's always underneath something. I wonder why. Because they probably don't want people sitting in the rain charging. I mean, it's the least you could do. Just put a slab of brick on it, so the rain ain't hitting you, ain't pelting you.
Well, I started it, so you go ahead and finish it. Go ahead and finish it.
Oh yeah, it's just like I ain't asking for that much. Just do that. Yeah, go ahead.
No, that's correct. I mean, they need to do that because it's like it's always the sun beating down straight on the charging, like the port. And you can you can charge in the house, if you plug up at your house, they do give you that. But even still, it's just like that's a very, very slow charge.
It's a slow charge, which is fine because typically you go to work, you plug it in, you're in the house for 10 hours, so it's fully charged. But also, you have to have a house. We don't have a house. We have an apartment.
Yeah.
And most people have apartments, so it's like, okay, you don't have
I mean, we've seen some videos where some people have
but
have done that little crazy rigging thing where they just they have this long cord.
That's janky, bro.
It is, and I wouldn't do it.
But let's look at our cell phones right here. When your iPhone gets too hot, what does it say? It says it's going to stop charging to protect your battery.
Yes.
Oh, so my car ain't going to charge up to a certain point because, for one, it's already hot because it's 100 degrees in the sun.
Right.
And when you heat something up with electricity, it's going to heat up the battery. So actually, the car is trying to protect itself and to protect me.
Yes.
So thank you, car, for doing that. But it's still frustrating because
I need to go somewhere.
Yeah, because it's like, wait, so do I not drive in the summer?
Yeah.
Well, no, you have to drive. Like, you have to take your kids to daycare. You got to go to work. You got to go to church. You have to.
We don't do daycare.
We don't do daycare, but for all the people out there who do what they do, you got to do what you got to do.
And also, when you're charging, they recommend to be fast, to turn your car off. So there you go. You have that situation. That's for winter and and summer. So like if you're like in the in between, like in spring and fall, it might not be that bad for you. But like if it's a summertime situation, the best time to go will be at night. If it's a wintertime situation, the best time to go is like at the highest temperature of the day, because you're not going to get a good charge if you don't. And trying to think what else. Well, so basically that's the summer months. So you sit in the car, a hot car, no AC on, nothing, because you have to keep the car off to do it fast. I've seen people have the AC on and their car on, but
they're different company cars, so we don't know.
You haven't seen no Ioniq?
I've seen some Ioniqs, but then again, I don't know if I don't know their story. I don't know their situation. I just know I've seen a lot of people sitting in there at 80 degrees, just like me, with the windows closed or up, relaxing. So maybe it's a Hyundai Ioniq thing, or maybe their car gets better updates, or their batteries are conditioned better than Hyundai's. I don't know.
Yeah,
it's a lot of things, but I just know that it's be 90 degrees. You sitting out in the sun, ain't no awning protecting me or nothing. You baking. So I was like, okay, well, do I gotta get out the car just to walk into a Target to get some AC?
Oh, we have done that.
And it's like, hey, that's what you gotta do if you want to go green.
And talk about winter too, because winter, like something
Oh yeah,
happens to our
winter.
car in winter.
What will happen? Just like any other battery, you left your laptop in your bag overnight and it's winter. Oh, it's fully charged, so I'm gonna take it out and fully charged. No, that sucker's down to 70%. Why? Because the cold affects your battery too.
Yes.
So there's discharge, such a fun word, discharge, that happens.
Hmm.
So now you got to account for that. So the weather affects. Yeah, so that's number
And
3.
it can affect your battery in general.
Oh yeah,
Our battery did go out because of. Was it because of the
yeah,
cold?
just like I said, what happens when your phones, they heat up, they swell, they bust, they burst, they catch on fire, and they happen with you. It didn't happen with ours, but it's like with
It didn't blow up.
it didn't blow, but it's the
But it
battery.
definitely got messed up.
The battery became faulty. So
Yeah.
but yeah. So
And
so that was 3.
yeah, that that's pretty much it for, I think, for winter and summer. It's just very hard with the charging thing. It's a learning curve for that one. It really is. But that was 3. So
Maintenance.
it's 4.
Yeah, 4 maintenance. There isn't a lot of maintenance when things are going right.
Right.
You really don't have to worry about your brakes unless you're on your brakes, because this car will slow down by itself,
Which is nice.
So there's a red light. I love the gas pedal. I'm going 40 miles per hour. I drop to 30, 20, 10, and then I just lightly put my pinky toe on the brake and it stops. So your brakes you won't have to change. Rarely, ever. Let's slam on your brakes. The battery is covered 10 years. So, I mean, that's even if you want to keep the car for 10 years, but, it's covered for part of your life if you wanted to drive the car. There's no oil changes. There's I already said no engine, no all that stuff. So, it's cool. But when things go wrong, they go wrong because, one, they're learning how to fix your cars as they are working on them.
Right.
Because it's new technology. So, this is the first time this will happen.
And a lot of them don't even know what's going on with the technology. And like if you ask a question, it might be a situation of somebody saying, I don't know. And that's the thing.
Yeah. Like I said, it's new technology. You're paying for the research. So, things happen with our car. Our car was in the shop for 3 months.
Yeah.
In January. All because of the high voltage battery was faulty. They didn't know why. They finally were able to replace it after 3 months. Yeah. And I still had to pay the car note, so that was fun.
And the old Ioniqs don't update themselves.
Yeah, so they don't update themselves. You have to go. It's like you have to get a USB drive, download the update, install the update, all that fun stuff. So
right.
That's not fun. But but like with the normal car, if your engine's messed up or whatever, it don't take 3 months. Unless you need 3 months to get your money up so you can pay for the engine to get fixed. Right. But it doesn't take that long. But hey, this is new technology. We don't know. It's like, yeah, in theory we know, but we really don't know because like you're the first out of 10 people that this has happened to. So right. We're trying to figure it out. But we still went on money on the 18th. So, it's, you have to deal with that.
Right.
The tires of the car, because the car is heavier, the tires will wear out faster. So these are like, yeah. So these are things that they don't tell you, of course, right. When you first get the car or when you see videos, because they don't even know. Because it's brand new.
That was a bonus.
Yeah, like nobody knows about these things. It's like the whole, COVID vaccine or whatever. Maybe I can't say the COVID word, but you get these vaccines. This is brand new. It's great. It's great. It does this. But we haven't had this vaccine out for 10 years to know what it can do in 10 years. So as of right now, it's great. You should get it. If you love your family, get it. But we don't have 10 years, we don't even have 5 years to sit here and know the consequences, if there is any, of getting a COVID vaccine. So you take the same, I guess analogy, whatever it's called, with the car. This car hasn't been out for 5 years. So, so we won't know what will happen in 5 years. We're just learning out with you, but we have to pay for it. So,
right.
Yeah, it's frustrating. Do you have anything else for this?
No, that was good.
All right, so let's move on to the last one. His insurance goes up. I was under the impression, and this is what they tell you. Oh, your insurance will go down because all these safety features.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you will barely get in accidents, and that's true. I've been saved from a lot of accidents, but that one chance that you do get an accident, and they scrape, they they don't total the car, but they hit you in the booty too hard, so it's a nice little dent on your rear camera and stuff like that, your sensors. That's not a $50 thing that you can buy off of eBay or Amazon.
Right.
That may be $10,000 worth of technology that's just trashed.
Right.
So now insurance has to, okay, now even if they do pay for it, oh, when is it going to ship?
Yes.
Do they even have the part?
Yes.
So
you're out of having a car once again.
Yeah. So like for our car,
this is hypothetical. We have not experienced this part.
Well, yeah, this part, but one thing we have experienced is the air conditioning.
Yep.
We don't have air conditioning in our EV car.
Right.
Waiting on the part. They said we don't know when the part's going to come in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what do you mean when the part's going to come in? I mean,
is it on back order?
It's on back order. Is it even created? Like, y'all have two versions of this car, 2023, 2024. Do y'all even have any 2022s in stock anymore?
Right.
We don't know, because if y'all have something, tell me, hey, it's going to be 2 weeks. It's coming from Korea on a slow ship. Cool. But we say you don't have anything, well, it tells them that y'all out of stock, and like you don't know when you're going to be in stock.
Yeah.
So, and that's just for AC.
Yeah.
Now imagine with something serious like, a camera part or a sensor that makes your car actually feel safe, because I can suffer through AC. I roll down the window. But imagine for a part where a car that you actually need your car to run.
Mm-hmm.
But they're still gonna want that money on the 18th though.
And I was like, also the dealer was talking about how the salesman, he was saying that, you could refinance it. That's what everybody does and all this stuff. And so we're like, okay, it was possible to refinance.
Mm-hmm.
And then refinance, especially now, it's going to be a higher interest rate.
Yeah, because we got on very good interest rate, but
it's still a lot of money.
Oh yeah, it's still a lot of money, and we'll tell you how much it is once we get through the situation. because it's going to be a praise report. when we get through it, it's going to be a praise report. But yeah, so your insurance goes up. So my insurance for this car is $161, and it's going up. I mean $40, so it's going up to $201 or $222 if you don't do automatic pay. But it's going up because of course, every year prices go up, but the insurance is a little more expensive because of the type of car that is.
Well, we can give them a ballpark. You say over. For the car, how much over what?
I don't say over, but I say this: just think about a studio apartment in a decent area, a nice area. I don't know. So depending on, of course, if you live in North Carolina, $600 is not bad. No, I'm talking about like DC, a studio apartment, roughly around there. Yeah, don't clown me in the comments. We didn't know any better.
Yes, we did not know any better. And also, I would suggest that everybody make sure that they have somebody who they trust to take with them to a dealership, because these dealers are wild. They don't explain a lot of things to you. That's one thing that happened to us. And we were just kind of a little bit lost, but it's like a little daze.
Mm-hmm.
It was a little daze.
We got caught up in the glitz and glam. And we acted out. We acted too soon, but we learned our lesson, and we're learning through. We're going through it, but yeah. So like I said,
that's a first for me. I usually sleep on everything. Like I will go to sleep for a second and think about it, and this is the first situation. And sometimes the Lord does that because it's like where it's like, okay, well, this is the first situation. Okay, this is gonna be your last situation where you sit there and you just say, I'm gonna be like impulsive. Because that was really impulsive, the decision that we made. We could have gone home and said, okay, let's think about it.
Yeah, because we didn't need to hurry up and get it.
No.
I just see a person from my job who's a custodian right in front of me. But But yeah, guys, so this video is already over 20 minutes long, but these are 5 things to consider. 5 things to consider before getting an EV. Talk to your boy. I have become an EV expert in over a year.
because it's been a really it's been a tough year.
Yeah,
the second year has been tough.
Yes. So, well, if you like this video, give us a thumbs up, share this video. Let us know if you have an EV. Let us know if you have a Hyundai Ioniq 5. Let us know if you have a good old-fashioned gas-powered car, because that's what we're about to go back to when we get through this thing. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting, and we'll see y'all next time. Peace.